The window has been open now for just 3 days, and already clubs have done business. As per usual, the transfer rumours and links are in full force, and in this week's episode of the Transfer Roundup, we have an awful lot to cover. If this is your first time here, welcome to the SPFL Transfer Roundup, a series that we publish every Monday, where we take a look at all the transfer links, transfer rumours, incomings and outgoings all across Scottish football. So if this is something you may enjoy, push that like button, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and relax as we go through it all. Starting in the green side of Glasgow, Celtic have had a fairly hectic week after they announced the Japanese trio, Daisen Maeda, Ryo Hatate, and Yusuke Udegushi on Hogman A. At the time of recording, Maeda and Udegushi have been unveiled in their green and white hoops, and I suspect Ryo Hatate will follow suit imminently. While Celtic have announced 3 signings in one day, it doesn't mean business will stop there, as much has been made of the lack of squad depth in the first half of the season. Postecoglou has openly admitted that he wants to bring in a fair few additions come January, but how many, nobody really knows. However, this week Celtic have been linked to Algerian midfielder Zinedine Ferrat from French Ligue 2 side Nimes. No contact has been made as of yet, but this story is being reported by a lot of reputable sources and could be a cheap option for Celtic to provide midfield depth, as it is said that David Turnbull could be out for 2 months. That's all the current information I have for you in terms of incomings for Celtic, but do expect a good few more arriving through the door before the end of the January window. As for outgoings, Celtic do have a few players that could be surplus to requirements that they may want to offload. They also have a lot of young players who are hungry for first team action and may want to move on a loan or permanent deal to achieve that. This could be the case for Ewan Henderson, who it is reported that Hibernian want to sign in permanently this January. Henderson's contract is up in the summer, but the Hibs would need to pay a fee of some sort if they wanted to get him this window. It is more than likely that Celtic would move him on, as he has only made 1 appearance all season, and with reinforcements in the middle of the park, it may push Henderson further down the pecking order. It is also being reported that Celtic are considering allowing the likes of Usazi Agidi and Liam Shaw to leave on loan this month. Now moving over to the blue side of Glasgow, to the champions Rangers, and there is only one place to start, and that is with departures. On Sunday night, it was reported that Everton have agreed a fee of £12 million plus £4 million in add-ons for Rangers right back Nathan Patterson. This deal is set to be concluded by the end of the week and is pretty much a done deal. As for other outgoings, this week Rangers have announced Ben Williamson has signed a loan deal with Raith Rovers after ending his loan with Livingston. It also looks likely that Josh McPake could head out on loan too, either to Tranmere Rovers or Salford City after not getting sufficient game time at League One side Morecambe. In terms of incomings at Ibrox, I'm not expecting an awful lot coming in this month, of course unless Rangers sell one of their stars. However, having said this, Giovanni van Bronckhorst has already said that he does want to bring in a few additions. The trend that I've seen in the opening days of the window is that the Gers want to pursue loan deals with the option to buy at the end of the season. This is the case with New York City midfielder James Sands, who it is believed that Rangers want to do a deal for this month. Four Lads Had a Dream shared an update regarding this transfer, saying that the interest in James Sands is real and Rangers will look to move quickly after the sale of Nathan Patterson. Another deal that Rangers may want to do this window is another loan deal, and that is for Leeds United youngster Crysencio Summerville. Summerville is a winger who hails from the Netherlands and is currently struggling for game time at Ellen Road. Rangers were initially interested in Summerville back in 2020 whilst he played for Feyenoord Rotterdam. As I said, if Rangers were to acquire Summerville, it will be on a loan deal, and as things stand, there is nothing to suggest that it would become permanent in the future. Lastly, for incomings at Rangers, it is being reported that the Gers have submitted a transfer inquiry regarding Bologna's Andreas Skorvosken. Ossen is a 22-year-old Danish forward and has been linked with Rangers for some time now, as he is currently out of favour in Italy. However, time will tell if this inquiry turns into concrete talks and getting Olsen on a loan or permanent deal. That's us done for the Old Firm's transfer roundup, guys, so if you are leaving at this point, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more transfer roundups. But do stick around as we do discuss the transfer roundup for all of the other sides in the division. Starting in the maroon side of Edinburgh to Hearts, who are currently having a fantastic season, sitting third in the table. The Jambos acted early in this window, signing Nathaniel Atkinson from Melbourne City, which we spoke of last week. Hearts have done more business this week after they agreed a deal to extend Craig Gordon's contract at the club after it was said that teams in England were interested. Gordon, in my opinion, is one of the season's standout players in the division, let alone at just Hearts, so this is big business with the number one set to spend the rest of his career at Tynecastle. Hearts are actively looking for a striker to come in this month, as Robbie Nielsen said it was a priority, but at the time of recording I haven't got anything for you in terms of names as of yet, but do expect a striker before the end of the January window. As for outgoings, we only have the obvious, and that is about John Souttar. However, nothing concrete has emerged other than him being linked to a handful of championship sides and the Old Firm for a deal in the summer. Now moving over to the green side of Edinburgh, to Hibernian, and it is said that new manager Sean Maloney will bring in a few additions over this January, as the Hibs have blown hot and cold all season as they currently sit 5th in the league table. Hibs are set to sign Harry Clark on an initial loan deal from Arsenal. The 20-year-old spent the first half of the season on loan at Premiership rivals Ross County before being recalled by the Gunners. Clark scored 3 goals and got 2 assists in his 17 appearances at Ross County and now becomes Maloney's first signing. Hibs have also made a £300,000 bid for Bodo Glimt striker Elias Melkersen. Melkersen is a 19-year-old Norwegian and caught the attention of Hibs after he scored 17 goals on loan at Raheem. Lastly for Hibernian, of which I touched upon regarding Celtic's exits, is that they want to sign youngster Ewan Henderson. Henderson's contract expires in the summer, so can join for free then, but it is said that Maloney wants a deal to happen this month, so may need to spend some money to get him. Maloney has worked with Henderson during his time as Celtic B's head coach. Moving on up north to Aberdeen, and the Dons are another side that have been a bit iffy so far this season, despite large investment in the summer window. However, at the time of recording, I can't find anything concrete in terms of incomings. However, there is talk that Bologna want to sign right back Calvin Ramsey, who has been linked with a £4 million departure from Pataudry. Also, we mentioned last week that Ryan Hedges is coming to the end of his contract in the summer, and it is said that he does not want to sign a new deal at the Dons. But the question remains whether Aberdeen want to generate some transfer income and let him go this month. Before the window opened, it was announced that Tony Watt had signed a pre-contract with Dundee United after impressive performances with Motherwell over the last couple of seasons. However, it is reported that Dundee United hope to persuade Motherwell to let Tony Watt leave this month and could even throw in a couple of players to sweeten the deal. The two sides will sit down for talks this week to see if they can make the Watt deal happen now. So there you go, guys, that brings us to the end of this week's transfer roundup, and a big shout out to all of you that have watched the whole of this video. Comment PSF OG down in the comment section if you have made this far. Big shout out and love to you. Guys, please do smash that like button if you have enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel as we do publish a transfer roundup every single Monday, so you never want to miss it. Guys, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, peace.